Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy Hump Day. It's Wednesday, March 22nd, 2023, and here we are again. Hope everybody's having a great day today, and I thank you all for joining me today. Just as much as I'm excited to say that Mama Bear will be my co host as always. Excuse me, guys. So it should be a great show. Sad topic, but a great show. Again, we're talking about another missing teen, folks. Miss Aliyah Whitehead has been missing for a while now. We need to get that word out as well, just like yesterday's show, folks. So, what do you say we get that ball a rolling? Sounds like a plan to me. Hey. What's going on today?
I'm
How we
good. How are
doing?
you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Just a little off. Waking up at 10 o'clock kind of threw everything out of whack.
Mhm.
I'm like, wait, it's noon already. Oh, geez.
I slept in a little longer than normal too. Mrs. Dago was homesick today.
Oh no.
Yeah, she was up late growing up and all that fun stuff. So she's here today.
It's all your fault.
It could be. I don't know. Caden had it before anybody had it.
That's right.
That's the
Actually,
throwing
Juniper
up
had it
thing.
before anybody had it.
Juniper started the cold thing. The sick thing. This is a new one. I don't know, but knock
That's
on
a
wood. Right. I haven't had that one yet.
good.
Thank God. I pray to God I don't get it, but she's actually pretty resilient. She doesn't when she does get sick, it's not she doesn't let it hit her hard. She
Right.
fights it, and she's right back to what she's doing. Typical mother.
Well, that and being in the healthcare field, your immunity is so much
Oh,
stronger because
yeah,
you're exposed to so much so
right.
frequently.
It's true. Very true. So let's see who we got here. Good morning, Popper. Good to see you, brother. Good to hope you're doing well today. Mr. Lance, good to see you. Miss Heather, always a pleasure. Thick Toddler, good to see you. Thanks for joining us today. Miss Pookie Madoodle, thanks for being here. Always a pleasure. Drift, good to see you, brother. Thanks for joining us today. Mrs. M, you made it today. Good to see you. I hope you're feeling better. John Courtney, that's a new name. Welcome. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Always happy to see new names in here.
Yes, I see. Unique trauma. She's
Unique
listening.
Trauma Obsessed. That's another new name. Welcome. It's great to
I
have you
know
guys here.
Unique is from T Rev's channel. Um,
Oh,
there that gave me permission to use the video as well as T Rev.
right. That's awesome. Thank you so much for joining us, Unique.
Yes, and
Tom, I appreciate that so much.
yes,
Unique Trauma says hello to everyone listening as I drive. If we don't have answers on Aaliyah after today, I'm heading to Benton County tomorrow. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that.
that's
Um,
awesome.
I don't know how familiar you are with our channel over here, Trauma, but um, how can I put this? We're very passionate about finding missing children. It's a big one for us. So, as you'll see, yesterday we did a story on uh, Scotty
Scotty.
Morris, and today I would have liked to have done both yesterday, but there was a lot involved. So And I'll can continue to roll with these until we get some kind of answer. So I'm glad to hear that you're heading that way, and we will be broadcasting as much as we can, as often as we can about these until something does happen. So I'm glad to hear that, and I'm glad to have you here. So
Yeah.
welcome, so very welcome. And let's see. PPR, Mr. Dustin's in the house. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us today. Let me see. I think that's it for right now. Miss Small, Marie Duffy, welcome. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us today, my dear. And that is it. Miss Sherry's in the house, guys. Welcome. Good to see you. That's good to hear, Mrs. M. I'm glad you're feeling better. I think that's it. So come on in, guys. Grab your coffee, tea, whatever it may be. Come on in, sit down, have a conversation with Mama and me, and let's see if we can figure out where these kids are. We
Yeah,
need to get these
it's a little
kids.
scary.
Too much of this going on, guys. Way too much of this going on.
Yeah. And having a 14-year-old, it hits a little close to home.
Well,
And one's in my state, so that hits a little way too close to home.
absolutely. Yeah. I have a 16-year-old, and I just anybody that has any kids, this is just rough. It's scary. Um, Even if you don't have kids, you know what I mean? It's not a good thought, not a good worry. So we need to do what we can do to get this out there. Um, so again, guys, just like yesterday's show, if we can get this out, please share this out on all your social media platforms, every bit of it. Of course, hit the like button, guys. Leave a little DNA for me on those like buttons if you can. And leave me a comment at the end of the show if you'd like to in the comment section. I really appreciate that. Speaking of which, I want to talk to you about that real quick. I am 15 minutes away from where she went missing. My stepdaughter lives about 5 minutes away from where it happened.
Oh.
We're gonna make sure everyone has a flare up and what else we can find. Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, I was watching it this morning again, as compared to 1 second, everybody.
Yeah, Unique, please make sure that you keep us updated of what's going on, please. I can have one of the mods put my email uh, up in the chat if you want to keep that and uh, email me with updates or whatever. That would be great.
All right, guys, sorry about that. So, yeah, I was watching something this morning, and it was talked about that, I'm going to show you guys the same video. How the dogs had followed her scent literally a half a mile up from the house, and then boom, it's gone. You know what I mean? And to me, that sounds to me like that she got into a car.
Yep.
That bugs me just as much as what's going on with Scotty does. I'm starting to have some thoughts about other things with Scotty's case. It's really starting to bother me. I'll be honest with you. Excuse me. So we're gonna get into that stuff here soon. I'm just trying to give everybody time to jump on in here. I won't wait too long though, because I don't like waiting on these.
Oh gosh, Pookie.
Yeah, I'm hoping not to think that way, Pookie, but I know what you're saying. In this case, bugs me a bit because they both do, but first of all, she's a girl. Second of all, she's a bigger target. Um, and she was homeschooled, which says in turn that she probably has a lot of internet capabilities while at home. And the fact that she got into a car, in my opinion, allegedly, means that she may have been in contact with somebody, an older guy, very possibly, and that I don't like to think about by any means whatsoever.
Yep. Being that she's homeschooled and in such a rural area that she's in, it worries me not having the social skills.
Right.
other kids would have to know.
Yeah. And that happens, guys. If your children or children if children are being homeschooled, they don't have the same social skills that a lot of our kids do that go to schools and mingle with other children to be able to differentiate between somebody that is meaning well and somebody that isn't, and may get excited to have a friend, things like that.
No, Popper, it's my fault. I made him run late today.
Sorry, guys. It's no big deal. Welcome, Miss Linda. Good to see you back again today. And Bonnie, welcome. Good to see you as well. Miss Sunshine. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, and that I noticed trauma as well. I feel so bad, and I want to offer my condolences to her mother. I had reached out to her mother via Facebook to speak with her, and no, I'm not in the fire truck again. I don't know if it's because we weren't friends on Facebook to begin with. Maybe she hasn't seen it yet or whatnot, but I do, offer my condolences. I cannot imagine what she's going through. And I wouldn't want to go through, it's just horrible. But at the same time, I would gladly take that for her so she didn't have to go through that and go through it for her. Video quality is low. I don't know. It could be, how my internet is, so who knows what's going on with it right now. Let me check and see if it's if I can change something in here.
You're very welcome, Bonnie. It's good to see you and have you here.
Is that any better, Popper? I mean, it looks the same from my end, but I can't tell.
I was going to say, I didn't notice anything, but
You guys know that I have like super crappy internet, so who knows?
I will definitely let her know. She's got 2 other children as well. She has a baby with, the baby. I knew one of them had epilepsy. I heard her say that in T-Rep's video.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was the baby, though. So she's pretty busy.
I appreciate that, Unique. And let her know. I left her a message with my phone number. She's more than willing or welcome to call in. If she would like to get her voice out herself on this channel, she's more than welcome to do that. Anything she wants, just let her know that we have her back any way we can. Absolute. Anything she needs, wants, whatever we can do to help with this, let her know we're here. So, and as I said, I put my number in the message that I sent her. And anything else that you can let me know either way. I appreciate that so very much. And I appreciate you once again being in here with us today. All right, 15 people. Gosh, we're really low these past couple of days. Again, guys, we've been talking, me and Mama Bear, about maybe changing up the times of day that we do this. I don't know if we're hitting a bad spot with people working or whatnot, but the numbers are not where we want them to be. We're trying to get out these out to as many people as we can. So we may be doing that. TBI put a new video up earlier. I've uploaded it to YouTube. If you need any other content, I have it there. Thank you so very much. I think I saw that when I was going to put out. I'm going to put the basics up here. Did you resend that, by the way?
Yes, I did.
By the way, I have a program that I've been running that I forgot about that likes to clean my email for me now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I went to go look at things this morning and things are not there anymore. So there may be a couple of things. I went back in and hurried up and started a bunch of things so that they don't get deleted, but we'll see what happens. All right. Let me see here. All right.
Unique, one question I had, and I don't know if you can answer this or not, regarding Aliyah, is Do you know like what time of day she left? Did they like have her and her parents get in a fight? Because I know she'd gotten in some trouble and they took her phone.
I had a couple questions
Yeah,
like that. Yeah,
I didn't know.
I'm glad you're asking that. And also, along with that, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
Yeah, go ahead.
is this something that's happened before? If you know that as well, we're just curious if there was something that happened, like Mama Bear had just said, or has this happened before with her taking off like this or anything like that? I'm hoping not, but kids are kids,
Yeah,
Teenagers do amazing things at times.
seems like I think she said in the video, if I remember right, that maybe she had one other time, but she'd come back like an hour later or something.
Okay, she told me this morning she needed the latest TBI video from Twitter to be spread as much as possible. It's okay, and
Okay.
we're gonna put that out. Absolutely.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, we will put that up for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna wait. Everybody else that's coming in, which there will be people that jump in here. We can just catch them up. It's not a problem.
Absolutely. Go sub to her channel.
Just to give you guys the generalized basis of what's going on and who we're looking for, guys. Once again, the copyright disclaimer. We don't really need that for this, but we like to put it out there.
Yeah, it did.
Again, we're talking.
Get the permission, so.
Right. Yeah. No big deal. Again, we're looking for Miss Aliyah Whitehead. She's 14 years old, guys. Red hair, green eyes, 5'1", 140 pounds. And this video here, this picture here, was the video that her mother filmed as she was walking away from the house at the time that this happened. Okay. From her phone in the tie-dyed sweatshirt. That's exactly what she had on the day that she walked away. Okay. And there she is, such a pretty girl. Very pretty girl. Beautiful hair. Which is, again, what makes me nervous. Okay. We have people out there that stalk children, and I'm not kidding, guys. It happens all over. I'm in Ohio. Mama's in Indiana. This happens everywhere, guys. We know what goes on down south as well. I mean, it is what it is. So we got to look out for her, 100%. Okay. Did you put this together, or is this Molly's map?
Molly's map. Just so
You're very good at the maps, Molly. Just so you guys can see here. If you want to can you describe this, Mama Bear?
Very, very rural.
Yes, as you can see, where there's not very much city around here, guys. So again, if she was walking, as I said earlier, the scent was picked up to a half mile from the house, and then it disappeared.
Tennessee.
There's nothing. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
He asked what state. I said Tennessee.
Oh yeah. Benton County, Tennessee. I'm sorry. But again, if you can see, there's not a lot around here, so it'd be very easy for her to walk, get into a car, and nobody see anything. Okay, because it's super rural out here. Right here is the point where the dog picked up the last bit of the scent. Right here is where she was started from. Boom, that's it. And that's down Alpine Road for those of you that aren't familiar with the area.
Unique. I would find out about Discord. Girls have Discord, and my oldest, that's 14, has told me a lot about that.
Yes.
Somebody that attempted to groom her, and she's mentioned several friends that she knows that have been attempted to be groomed in Discord. So I would hit Discord first.
For sure. Especially if she was a gamer. My son's a gamer. He's on Discord.
Yep. My daughter's a gamer.
Even my older kids. She hasn't told me anything about that yet, but from my understanding, this isn't like her. I believe she started to have issues after she went to public school, and they took her out. Of course, she probably started making some friends, like the freedom that she had going to school, and then it was taken away. I understand, but obviously her mother knew what she was doing.
Right.
for the best, what's best for her. I get it. Absolutely get it. Um, and I would have done the same thing. TBI issued an endangered child alert for Ilya on March 16th. She's been missing since Monday the 13th. Okay.
2,000 acres. Wow, that's a lot.
We're at, what are we at? The ninth day today, or is this the eighth? Ninth, right? Ninth. I think today would be the eighth full day, right?
I think so. That sounds right.
All right. So 8 days, guys. I mean, we need to get something needs to be done with this at this point. As Unique Trauma said, if nothing happens by today, they're headed that way. It's at that point. If I could, I would. 100%. Just like I said with Scotty's yesterday. 5'1", 140 pounds, is red or green eyes. TBI says she was last seen wearing time. Right. Yes, that's what I had just posted up here. And that picture right there, folks, like I said, is what she looked like as she was walking away from the home that day. Um,
Personal messages on game says
I,
picture.
I I can't say that nothing has been changed clothing wise, but at this point, that's what she was seen in last. Okay. Um,
Is that music really loud?
okay. No.
Okay.
Okay. Now this here is also a problem for me. And I like that Molly does this when she breaks these maps down. As you guys know what the RSO stands for, okay? They're all over. They're scattered all throughout this area here, okay? And she's right in here. I don't like that at
Right.
all. So this in turn is why we put this up, okay? I'm sure that TBI is looking into the fact that we have all these registers here. As if they're registered correctly, then they should be able to check that out, okay?
There should be an E.
Um, and I hope they are. I'll be honest with you. I hope they are. Um, but at this point, again, that's just to show you why this is such a dangerous situation to me, at least in my opinion. Um, and why we need to find this girl and get her home. Period. Okay. And I believe that's all we have as far as this goes. Now I want to put this new video up. Her husband called the sheriff's office. Deputies began searching the neighborhood for Whitehead. Only 15 minutes later, or after Laster realized she was gone. However, there was no sign of her anyways, because she had to have gotten into a car. That's the only way it would make sense that her scent disappeared like that. She got into a car and was gone, and in turn, you know, that's what makes this a needle in a haystack because she could
I
be
just
anywhere
was
at that point.
rando, like a random car that just, was passing by as she was walking, or if she managed to send a message to somebody to have her picked up.
I'm hoping that it was the latter of the two, that she talked to somebody and asked them to pick her up, and it just wasn't a stranger picking her up, offering her a ride. Because again, kids these ages, especially somebody that doesn't have the social skills from being in school on a regular basis, could be very naive to somebody being nice to them.
Mm-hmm.
And at the point that if she's stressed at that point or upset or something, she's going to take anything she can get, being a ride from somebody, and take off. And who knows what happened at that point? I don't want to think about that. So, um, we don't know for a sure, Pookie, but um, the bloodhounds dropped her scent a half mile from her house. Up, they went to the right side of the house, down the road, and they sniffed. They had her scent going for a half mile and dropped it, which tells us that she probably more than likely got into a car. Okay. Okay, you're saying she got into a car with a stranger. Okay, Pookie, I gotcha. Um, let's see. Deputies continued their search the morning of Monday, March 20th at a river nearby Whitehead's home. In addition, Laster said she and her husband have searched in every place in town. I imagine, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me find this other video here. Get that one. Right, Pookie. I mean, if you can work your magic there, Pookie.
And Brandy, on your comment, the personal messages on game systems are private unless you have the password to the system. But that's just with gaming systems. We can, like, my daughter has Discord on her phone. My other daughter has Discord on her desktop. There's Discord on the gaming system. So, I mean, it's crazy. They probably have Discord on their Twitch. I have no idea. I mean, it's good that the systems have that password, but if they have more access, like my kids do.
Welcome, PW. Good to see you. Okay.
Hello, PW.
By the way, I love your name, Unique Trauma. Very interesting.
What?
Okay, guys, let's put this up. This is coming from Trauma's channel herself. I want to go ahead and share this with you guys here real quick as well. Just in case anybody can't understand something here. Again, guys, let me know if the audio is doing okay for you. Welcome, Kiki. All right, no problem, hon. Good luck with the surgery.
Good luck, hon.
Daughter Aliyah Whitehead has been missing since Monday, March the 13th at 4:30 p.m. What initially started out as a simple runaway case has turned into much more. I know something happened to my daughter. I wanted to share this, share the flyers. Look, something has happened. She is 14. She didn't just run away. Please be on the lookout. Share all my posts. Do everything you can. Help me bring my daughter home. Please look at this photo. Share it. Share all the information. Thank you.
Okay, guys. Again, I'm asking you guys, everybody that's in here and anybody that does view this, because I know a lot more people are watching than what's showing in the room. Please, 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 please share this out on every social media outlet you have. 100%. Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever it is you're doing, share it out, please. I really, 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 really appreciate that, guys. We have to do every little bit of what we can do to get this out, just like yesterday with Scotty's case, okay? Even if you go in and look at it every so often, reshare it throughout the day. Just keep sharing it, guys, over and over, and what is the word I'm looking for when you hit that button? Sorry. When you refresh it, reshare it, refresh it and reshare it. Whatever you got to do, please do. And share this as well. And you can also go to Unique Trauma Obsessed, that channel as well. Watch it from there. And also, let me back up here. Where are we at? One second, everyone. not only is this rural out here, there's tons of back roads and all. It's going to be hard to search, but I'm willing to try. Absolutely, I understand. I absolutely understand. Um, as would I. If I had the ability to do it, I would be as well. And again, if anybody in here happens to know anybody in the area of Tennessee or in that area, please share it to them as well and have them share it again and so on and so forth. Guys, the more that we put this out, the better off we'll be with it. For sure. And let me see if I can find this now. Okay, and I'll go ahead and put this up and out again for you guys to see. Thank you, Heather. Again, if anybody has any information whatsoever, even if you think you have it about Aliyah's whereabouts or anything whatsoever, please call Benton County Sheriff's Office at 731-584-4632, or you can contact TBI at the 1-800-TBI find. Please, guys, anything at all, even if you don't think it's important, somebody else may think it's important. So share it out if you can, and contact those numbers for sure. If you're not comfortable contacting those numbers, you can get a hold of any one of us through here, and we will contact for you as well. Thank you, Pookie. Where is my... Okay. One moment. Oh, what do we got here? All right, guys. Again, let me know how the audio is, if there's a problem with it, so I can fix it, please.
100%. So March 13th was the date that you last seen your daughter?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, just so you know, this is from T-Rev's channel. This is Aliyah's mom calling into the channel to talk in regards to the scenario. Pay attention. And here we are.
Talk to them on the phone and find out what information we can find out about the case in general. She was last seen on March 13th walking away from the residence. So let's see what type of information we can get. The mom gave me the go to give a call, so I'm going to call now. Hello, is this Alicia?
This is her.
Hey, how's it going? It's T-Rev. I talked to you briefly on Facebook.
I'm trying to hold it together.
Yeah, I definitely understand that 100%. So March 13th was the date that you last seen your daughter?
Yeah.
What did she storm? Like, I know as teens, we stormed. I know when I was young, I had stormed off and ran away and stuff like that. But is this out of something that she has done in the past or anything? Like, because we do have problems with our parents and stuff. I know it's way more than that, right? Like, I know that it's probably.
Yeah, I mean, she was kind of, being a teenager and doing some questionable things, and we reached out to all of our local resources trying to get her help.
Yes, ma'am.
As a parent, we love her. We want what's best for her.
Thank you, Heather.
And every resource we reached out to basically said they can only offer therapy because she's not breaking the law.
Right.
And I explained to them, we did therapy for 2 years, and I mean, it wasn't doing anything. And we begged and pleaded, can we put her inpatient somewhere so that we know she's safe? And like I said, the laws aren't set up to help a kid who hasn't broken the law.
Right.
They're only set up to help. They're only set up to help kids after they've done something that's illegal.
The fact that she's missing though, and she I've heard she doesn't have her phone, correct? That you got.
No, she doesn't have her cell phone. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that is concerning, because a child usually returns back to where they're, they have somewhere to lay their head, and I don't know how, like,
exactly,
the circle of her friends or anything like that, but somebody knows something and they're not saying something.
And that's my point. And repeatedly, every person I speak to, I understand that she might have initially run away. I get that. But here we are at 7 days. There is no way that she's just hiding out at a friend's house.
Right.
That just does not make logical sense.
Yeah, no, there's something, there's a red flag here. And I just with the story and what I've seen without even talking to you, that's what drew my interest. And I was talking with the team that I work with, and we just look around on the internet. They call us sleuths, right? But in general, I like to spread the word because there was a missing girl last week, and her name was Chelsea Wiley. And the next day, they had found her right after I went live and had 600-700 people in my live, and we were talking about it and just searching. So I want to put some awareness on it, and then maybe put up like $1,000 or $2,000 to see if we could get somebody to reach out and tell you exactly where she's at. Because somebody's she's being somebody's harboring her, like have their at her house or their house, whose house, I don't know who, but in general, somebody's either doing that or there's something else more fishy to it. Somebody, and that's the dangers in the world right now. Like it's a crazy place. There's kids being snatched up off the street. Somebody could have I don't even want to put that thought out there, but we got to think from every aspect.
I mean, we have to, at this point, we have to think,
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, at 14 years old, we all remember being 14. I remember how impressionable I was at 14, and we didn't have the internet.
I agree.
Yes, ma'am. I'm afraid there might be an adult taking advantage of her. You know what I'm saying?
And that is my greatest fear, and that's why I keep telling
especially
people,
considering Summer Wells. I have a bad taste in my mouth ever since that one.
You know your daughter the best, so you would know. This is completely out of character for to go away for 7 days, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're a very close family. So
okay.
We don't, more than a night at a friend's house, she's never been away from home.
Yeah, see that right there that's a red flag for me, because I can get it if she ran or went for a walk and came back an hour later and you were like, hey, where were you? She was just upset. But this is 7 days now. Now, who do you know her closest friends? Have you talked to her closest friends at all? The parents of their closest friends. Sometimes these parents will hide these kids, but I'm not, you know what I mean? Like they will. Sometimes and they'll listen to what a child tells them, like a teenager. Like sometimes these kids will make up stuff. I'm being, yelled at home or abused, and then people feel bad, but that's never really the situation. Sometimes there's all different types of situations, but to me, what you're telling me, and from what I heard and read and seen on the internet, I feel like there's a red flag here. I feel like she needs to, you know what I mean? Like if we put a reward out, I think somebody will come forward and speak and say, hey, she's here. If that's really the case,
Right. Yeah, I think, like you said, I mean, at this point, and all of her friends that we know of have been questioned, like multiple times.
Oh,
like,
absolutely. I understand that completely.
Higher up, like TBI.
We don't do that in here.
Have even questioned these
at
kids,
all.
And
I don't allow it in here either.
That, they don't know. They don't know.
14-year-old just leave. I mean, now is the area you guys live in, is it like rural at all? Is it?
Yeah, it's very rural.
Man,
and they've done ground searches.
I gotcha.
We actually live close to the river. They searched the river.
Is there a reward already or no?
No.
It's just, I don't understand how people do things and then they don't even think about what the parents are going through. Like I don't. Somebody's seen something and somebody knows something.
I agree.
Period. They know where she's at, or they, you know what I mean? Like I just don't.
Or they've seen her somewhere.
Right.
And again, my thing is, I mean, it's not like she left with a bag of stuff. You know what I mean? It's not like she has to survive. She has to have food. Somebody has to have seen her somewhere.
And that's a great point. And that brings me to the couple thoughts that I had. When did you take her phone from her? and went and from the time that she left the house, when did you guys take the phone from her? Because that phone might have some very telling information in there. If she was talking to somebody and was like, hey, meet me, I'm gonna pick you up here, it would be able to pinpoint anyone she talked to or plans she made.
They have, well, she had a cell phone that her dad and I got for her, and that's been searched, and then we
Unique trauma. I don't know how you take these things or how you may take this. I do have a subscriber in here. I'm not going to give their name directly, but it has certain abilities, okay, that sees certain things in different variations, and has in turn, DM'd me telling me that she does feel that the girl got into a car, an older model car, like a bluish color, longer type vehicle, um, and that maybe should be looked into in that area if anybody owns a vehicle like that. Whether somebody believes that or not, at this point, I'll take anything. You know what I mean? I'm very skeptical of those things myself, but I will listen to these things when it comes to kids, when it comes down to this kind of stuff. Okay. At any point, we don't have anything to go with right now. So this is just something I'm giving you to look into at this point, being in that area. As I said, it's an older model type, maybe like a Buick Royale or something like that, or an Olds Royale, it was said. A blue color, longer type vehicle, 4-door, so on and so forth. So it's something to very possibly look into. Okay, just giving you a heads up on that.
a secret phone about 4 or 5 days before she left, and they have that phone, and nothing has turned up. But at this point, I feel like maybe my thoughts as a mom, I feel like she probably had another cell phone that we didn't know about, and maybe whoever is helping her.
They should be able to, Linda.
Is there do you know that if she had like a boyfriend or anything, or was there anybody? Because as teens we could be secretive. Was there any type of
if there are any RSOs in that area, they're going to check into them immediately. I'm going to venture to say.
And that brings me to the couple thoughts that I had. When did you take her phone from her? And from the time that she left the house, when did you guys take the phone from her? Because that phone might have some very telling information in there. If she was talking to somebody and was like, hey, meet me here, I'm gonna pick you up here, Linda,
quite a few.
It would be able to pinpoint anyone she talked to or plans she made.
They have, well, she had a cell phone that her dad and I got for her, and that's been searched, and then we found a secret phone about 4 or 5 days before she left, and they have that phone, and nothing has turned up. But at this point, I feel like maybe my thoughts as a mom, I feel like she probably had another cell phone that we didn't know about, and maybe whoever is helping her. But
is there do you know that if she had like a boyfriend or anything, or was there anybody? Because as teens we could be secretive. Was there any type of influence that was maybe above the age of 17 or around the age of 17, 18, 19?
That's my worry. I mean, we don't have any proof
Discord,
of that,
Mama Bear.
Again, okay. I mean, she's 14. She can't just survive on her own. Somebody
excuse me,
had to.
Please do. Like I said, at this point, Unique, we really don't have anything else to go with. So every little thing, in my opinion, is worth something.
She has to be somewhere where someone's helping her. I mean, she can't just disappear.
Right. There's no doubt that she can't just disappear there without. There is something here. I don't. The thing that's getting me is could it be like, it has to be like an older person, like somebody that has a place for her to go and be like, hey, just run away from home, or there's something there that I think they're missing when they search these phones. I don't know if she used Snapchat, have they checked Snapchat, because a lot of people talk on that. What the heck
Yeah, that's actually one of the first things.
A lot of these older guys prey on girls like this, okay? Especially on these online apps that they have. And that's one of the things that I'm worried about. It doesn't take anything for somebody to see this, to tell her she's pretty. Bing, bang, boom, it's done. This is horrible.
Mm-hmm.
They checked.
Okay, so they did check Snapchat, because Snapchat, the messages disappear, but they can, police, of course, can pull that back up. And then they have encrypted apps like Telegram that you can talk to people, and that stuff disappears and it's hard to get. They have, all these different types of apps where, the messages disappear. So that's why I was wondering, did she talk to any people and say, hey, I'm gonna meet up with you here? And it's very concerning that she just left like that with nothing, absolutely nothing. Just her was it a tie-dye sweatshirt?
Yeah.
And then oh my goodness. So you're really stuck with more questions than answers right now also.
Yeah. And I mean, as time goes on, your mind just starts fearing the worst.
Now, I'm trying to think of anything else that I need to ask you, because there is something like, okay, so does she have any best friends? Do you know her best friends personally?
Well, and that's the thing. I feel like, the people that I knew are not the same people. Like, I didn't know about her online friends. So,
and we know what
all the friends that she knew, that I knew, I've talked to them, and they've all said the same thing. They don't know what happened. She hasn't reached out.
What is going on with these? Why can't I don't understand. So the police out there searching right now for anything, or have they put? I just don't get why they treat these. They're like, oh, they ran away, but they don't make it. That no news stations have reached out and helped you at all.
I did. What is it here? WKRN maybe? No, WBBJ. I did an interview with them. I have another interview this afternoon with Channel 2 News. It's out of Nashville. And then, I mean, mostly I've just been trying to get the word out ourselves. I mean, my husband leaves every day to put up flyers in a different town.
Oh, man, I can only imagine what you both are going through now. When were you there when she stormed out, or were you at work, or you know what I mean? Like whenever she took off.
Yeah, I was here.
Okay.
But we have a very young baby and a child who has epilepsy, so I can't.
Oh man.
You know what I mean? And I mean, I immediately called her dad and I was like, "Hey, you need to rush home," and he was here within like 13 minutes.
Oh
so
wow.
In that 13 minutes, and he has to, you know what I mean? He had to drive down the road, and he didn't see her. So I just.
Was there any trails or anything?
Like,
was there trails around there?
Yeah, and they've had like over 100. I don't know what you call them. Search people, searching everywhere around our property. Anywhere.
Okay. I'm wondering if because you got I don't know if she had Facebook, TikTok. I mean, because you got inboxes on all that, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, all these different social media programs that are at the access of kids these days. They can easily reach somebody. You got Discord that can even be harming. I have a Discord. I have mine private, but there is situations where you can get into a Discord and talk to somebody and be misled by whoever you're talking to, because you never know who's on the other end of that computer. And who was she? You know what I mean? Because like you said, about her friends' personal life, but the online friends are the part where it's scary, because these people can get into your head and make you feel like, hey, this person's a good person. I'm gonna go meet them and run away, and they tell them some false story, and next thing you know what I mean?
I mean, we've all seen the stories of where the young girl meets who she assumes is somebody her age and, meets up with them and finds out it's some 40-year-old grown man.
I'm scared that she's being held against her will right now, somewhere.
I do too.
That
is in my heart, and I hate saying that. I would love for it to just be she just ran away.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
But in my heart, at this point, I feel. I mean, my daughter and I were very close. So she was doing some things that I didn't know about, but I don't feel like after 7 days she would just be gone just because she wanted to be. I don't.
Yeah.
Right. But like you said, mom knows best. Period. Mom knows best. And you know that something's not wrong, which is why you're posting every day and asking for help from the public and reaching out and doing things. I mean, like I said, if we can I can help put some money together and get some type of reward because, unfortunately, in the world we live in today, people don't like to talk. If they see a reward, they think twice and maybe put through some information. And I know right now it's a struggling time for a lot of people in our country. It's for cost of living and everything that we have going on, but I can most definitely get my community together we can get some reward money put up. I don't know if that's something that you want to do, but if you're interested in that, I can definitely help. I got $500 to $1,000 myself I can put towards it right now, and to get the word out, and maybe we can get somebody to come forward. But I also know my community will step forward and also throw in with what I put in too. So we can get some money and a reward and possibly have some people speak out. Because somebody knows something. She didn't just walk off and teleport somewhere. You know what I mean? Something happened. She was in communication with somebody or she met up with somebody and they're somewhere right now and she's just with whoever's harboring her. And I'm scared it's an adult. And that's what I was talking about with my team. I was like, I'm scared that she's, with somebody that is an adult, that she just, because how adults can just take these children and have them do whatever they want because they
What'd you say, Mama?
I said, good to see you, Satin.
Oh, sorry. Yes, welcome, Satin. Good to see you. Sorry, I thought you said something else.
It's sit there and manipulate these kids. It's like on the show Web of Lies. You see it all the time. These guys do this stuff, or whoever it may be. It could even be a woman at some point. Like that, women do it too. But in general, I'm afraid of that, and I'd like to make that offer to you. And
see, what he's saying is really very true. And here's the problem with this: a lot of these there's a lot of trafficking going on in Tennessee, as we all know. Going back to the Summer Wells case. And this is what makes me nervous. And what they do is they'll use a woman or a younger, a girl per se, that looks like she could be a teenager to get these girls comfortable. Okay. And then they get them in a vehicle or they grab them. And then that's when they go on and do what they're doing. Which in turn, is where the scary part comes into effect with this. So, this is what I worry about, and all it takes is one of these apps for this girl to respond to somebody in one of these apps, and that's all. That starts the ball rolling. That's it. And it's very scary. It's a very, very scary thing.
General, to start maybe getting a reward put together because it's been 7 days. Nobody spoke. You haven't got a call from her. Nobody's reaching out to you that I know of.
No one. It's, people have said, have you seen her? Just people asking questions. And then, I don't know, lately we've been getting a lot of, I don't know.
When we're done with this, I want to go back to the map again and look at the map one more time.
Crazy things like, we have your kid, and then it's checked out. Yeah, like I had a person send me a message on Facebook saying that she, I'll never see my kid again and all this. Well, of course, I turned it over to the FBI. And they check it out of other families with missing children.
What the hell is wrong with these people?
I don't know. according to her address, they tell me that it's not true. They've checked it out. But she's someone that has been known to message other families of missing children and saying the same thing.
I'm so sorry that you even have to go through that. That is absolutely disturbing in every aspect. That something is wrong with whoever did that. I don't know what's wrong.
Say again.
I said, "Hey, David and Whistle."
Oh, I keep interrupting for that because I can't hear you. I'm sorry. Welcome, David and Mr. Whistle. Good to see you guys. Thanks so much for joining us today. I didn't even see. Oh, there's David. Okay, I didn't see him come in. Good to see you guys again.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know why someone would ever prey on hurting families. I mean, I just understand the world.
Oh man. So how would you explain your daughter's personality, or you know what I mean? Like, how would you explain her to people? How is her heart as a person?
She's a very loving child. She was very into like arts and music, singing. She'd help anybody.
Mm. And what would you immediately say that people could notice about your daughter if they are in public? Because I know I have a lot of people from Tennessee. I've posted about this, and I've seen some people hit me up like, "Hey, I'm from around that area," and stuff like that. So what would you ask them to look for if they're in public and maybe they see her, or because I see she had that tie-dyed sweatshirt on, and that stands out very well for somebody. But what features would stand out the most?
I mean, I'm trying to think about what she couldn't change, or whoever has her could change.
Right.
She does have a mole on her right side of her neck, and it's not just a little tiny one. You know what I mean? It's like a good size, so you should be able to. That would be noticeable. It's not something they could just change.
Right. This is
because my fear at this point is, you can cut your hair, you can dye your hair,
absolutely,
wear glasses.
The greatest fear for me here is somebody holding her against her will.
Me too.
Now, I mean, that's the biggest fear of it all, and we're praying that she just ran away and she's going through a little phase right now, and she'll return home, and everything will be fine. Excuse me, I'm getting over a cold, but in general, that's what we're hoping. We're hoping that she's okay and fine. But I mean, we also got to look at the red flag part of it. Did they search and comb the woods from a mile to 5 miles out from where you live at?
Yes, they did. They searched. I don't know how many.
Exactly, unique. That's what I was saying earlier.
They searched.
What's your closest neighbor? Too, like, is he older? Is
exactly
there
that
would you be able to describe any of them? Or are they like older people, if you will?
I live like in a neighborhood where it's mostly vacationers.
Okay.
Like I said, we live right on the river, but there is some neighbors, and they've all been questioned multiple times. Anybody who's had cameras.
You have our prayers, Kiki.
Did you ever have suspicions of anybody around? And I just like to ask this to anybody who reaches out to me. Did you ever have any suspicions about anybody that lives close to you? And I won't even put that out there. That's just between me and you. I actually want to know that personally. Did you have any suspicions of anybody that ever eyed your daughter in a weird way that is an adult that lives close to you?
No. Okay. I mean, we do have some neighbors that were kind of, I don't know, when they were on drugs.
Right. And
it was obvious they were on drugs. And I've always been, not necessarily just for Aliyah. I mean, we have 2 other kids, and I've always just been kind of leery of them. I make sure my kids stay away from them. I don't really let the kids walk around the neighborhood by themselves, you know. And that's my thing too. Like when they brought the dogs out, they, you know, tried to get her scent, and it goes about half a mile from our house, and then it just stops.
Whoa. Are you? Yeah, oh my God. So so dogs did come out?
Yeah, we've had 2 come out.
So they go a half a mile on her scent?
Yeah.
And then stop?
Yeah.
What now?
So,
where would that be at? Like, if you say, all right, so where they stop at, is that in the road or?
Yeah.
She got picked up.
Exactly.
That's the only thing I can think.
Yeah, she most definitely got picked up. So that, I mean, that should really tell a lot right there because those dogs are very good. They're very good.
Yeah.
So which direction? I don't know which directions. Like if I came out your house, can I go right or left? Both ways?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can go.
So the direction was right. Like if you were standing in our driveway, she would have went right.
Now, if you go right, is there stores down that way or?
No.
Okay. So it's apparent that she got picked up by somebody. Now, the secret phone that you're talking about, do you know how she got it?
We don't know. And that was one of the things, like, when we found it, we immediately, you know, we questioned her, where did you get this phone? You know, and she, you know, tried to say that she had gotten it from a friend, but then after looking through it, we saw that she's had it for months. It wasn't just something she recently got.
Why does it sound to me? And I grew up really rough. Like I was on my own at 13.
Okay, this is starting to sound like a grooming scenario to me.
That
I
was
mean,
my
it really
thought. Yeah.
Which really worries me. Okay, because somebody gave her a phone. She's had it for months. They've been talking to her through this phone, doing this, doing that, so on and so forth. This is 100% a grooming scenario, folks, in my opinion. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And the police have that, and they question a third phone, so that tells you right there they gave him backup.
Exactly, which makes me very nervous. We're gonna, like I said, when this is done, we're gonna go back to the map. I want to look at something on the map, for a reason. Like I said, I hate saying that, but that's exactly what this sounds like at this point, guys. Whoever the groomer is, Heather, is more than likely the one paying for it, to be honest with you. You know, it's a cell phone. She's 14 years old. Here's a free phone. You know, she's going to be all over that. She gets all the extra added things that are involved with it. She gets to feel important with it. Meanwhile, this person is telling her, you do this, you do that. This is what you need to do here. This is what you need to do there. And then when they say it's time for you to come to me, there she goes. Okay.
Yep. Probably telling her bad things about her parents, like they don't care about you,
don't love you,
the way you want to be treated, and all that stuff. So,
right. This is in Benton County, Tennessee, which Tennessee, again, no offense to anybody that lives in Tennessee, but going all the way back to Summer Wells, we know that there's a lot of trafficking issues in Tennessee. Okay. So there's a lot of circles out there that there's a lot, guys. I'll just put it that way. The digging I've done, research I've done, it's insane. And it just happens every day, every single day.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter the age. To be honest with you.
Unfortunately, Unique said just a little bit ago that it's sadly that's all of Tennessee now. She said lots of druggies, no matter how good of a place you live at. She said we used to never hear of things happening like this around us at all. 2023 is entirely different.
Oh, yes. Like I said, Summer Wells, when everybody got involved in Summer Wells' case, people started looking at things that we would normally look at. Okay. And it showed us a lot of stuff that we were shocked about. You know, anybody that was covering that case was just like floored with everything that goes on in Tennessee. It's really bad because Tennessee is such a rural area in a lot of aspects, okay, and a lot of things can be done under the and be hidden in the wooded areas and back roads and things like that, and without worry. So, I have a bad feeling with this as well. Okay, I very much do. So again, like I said, I want to get through the rest of this T-Revs video here, and then I want to go back to this map and look at something here. For the person that's been sending me information talking about certain things, I do appreciate you, just so you know. I'm not disregarding what you're saying, just kind of keeping it at a certain point for right now for a reason.
13. And I grew up in the streets and stuff like that. I mean, that's a perfect sign of somebody bought her that phone. You get what I'm saying? Somebody bought her that phone and gave it to her. And it sounds like there's some type of I mean, from what you're explaining, possibly somebody grooming, and that's what it sounds like to me.
What I thought. And that's what me and my husband have been sitting here for days thinking, you know, I fully believe that she was very troubled, and we tried as a parent, we tried everything and begged and pleaded, please put our child, inpatient so she can get some mental health, because I knew something was wrong. And I mean, we're not made of money,
right?
We needed assistance getting her.
Discord again, Mama Bear.
Every avenue we tried was just, she comes from a loving home. Make sure there's nothing that she could hurt herself. Get her in therapy. That's what we were told. And we tried to explain to him, she had been in therapy for about a year, and I'm not going to say it did nothing, because I don't know. I mean, maybe it did do something, but she definitely didn't talk to anyone about the stuff on the internet, the stuff that she was hiding.
Do you know what on the internet, site-wise or anything, that she was messing with, or that she was on, and that she was, I don't know if you found any of that. Was she on like anything like Plenty of Fish, or these?
I didn't find anything like that.
Okay.
We just found like Snapchat and things like that, the typical teenage stuff. But we both know it's very easy to pretend that you're another 14-year-old kid talking to someone.
Because they got those sites, and these adults, man. I'm telling you, there's these guys out here that don't care what age you are or none of that, and I'm fearing for that now, because the way you explain the dogs going, you said a half a mile from your house they go and then they stop. That means that she was guaranteed put inside of a vehicle or got into a vehicle with her own will. And I'm not trying to say that to scare you, but I'm sure you've already replayed that in your mind a lot.
Yeah.
The only thing that is puzzling me is that we wouldn't know who picked her up. So we would definitely need somebody to speak up, because whoever would have picked her up, who has contact with her, what would they do with her, who gave her that phone, who bought her that phone, that's going to be the person I think she would either be with or would do harm to her.
Mm-hmm.
So
like I said, at this point, we don't even know if she had another cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my fear, that she had another cell phone, or, I mean, I don't know, maybe whoever she had been talking to dropped her off another cell phone. I mean, we live in a very rural area. It's not hard to drop off a cell phone for someone, and you know what I mean?
Did she have access to computer around you in general?
Yeah. But we had monitoring stuff on there. So that's why, I mean, her computer and everything's been turned over.
Okay. Okay. So they have that.
My fear is that she did have another cell phone, and whoever either helped her or has her was communicating with her on this other cell phone that we never found.
Right. Now, another question would be when you found the other phone and you took it, what did she do after that? Did she do it? Did she have any way to get a hold of a phone and make a phone call to anybody?
Not that we know of.
Because that's where that might be something. Now, say you did find this other phone, right? And she didn't have another phone. That means she would have to contact, you know what I mean, whoever had given her
Right.
that phone and say, hey, I got this phone, blah blah blah. I'm taking off. Pick me up here. I'm about to walk out. Meet you right down the road. So she would use something. She would use some phone or maybe sneak on somebody, your computer. Maybe you guys were at work and she snuck over and made a quick phone call and said, pick me up right here. I'm just thinking of scenarios in my head because for her scent to be picked up just half a mile away, it sounds like she called for a pickup and took off without notice, without even letting you guys know she was taking off.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if she somehow snuck in a phone call from, I don't. Do you have a house phone or just all cell phones?
No, we just have that one.
Okay, so she probably wouldn't even be able to sneak and grab your phone or anything like that, or her dad's phone. Man, or get on. Was there any tablets? Did you turned over everything, like as far as?
Yeah, we've already turned over anything that she could have used for internet, to make a call, everything.
Yeah, that's just it's so crazy that she got out and I don't know that, like, you would have to make a phone call or something to signal that person to pick you up. And where her scent is left off, is there a house right there at all or anything like that?
No, it's just pretty wooded.
Okay. Yeah. That's a huge red flag. And there's no cameras right there within that vicinity to see possibly a car that went in that direction?
No.
So I'm trying to think of what else too, because what's the nearest store taking that route?
Well, the nearest store to us is actually like 10 miles.
I'm just thinking, for instance, because you know how people have cameras.
Came
Some
into
people
that
have
one
cameras on
unique.
their houses, etc. They'd be able to
Yeah.
see near that.
Well, and we've already, there's like kind of like a straight strip before you get on the road that actually goes to the main part of town. And
Yep.
everyone through there, that anyone who has cameras has been, their cameras have been pulled and nothing of her walking. Now, obviously, I mean,
I feel like it's going to be
by.
a car at this point, because just based off the scent of those dogs that stopped, just based off that, it would be like I'd say it'd be a car, because I mean the dogs are them dogs are very good, and I trust those dogs. I really do. I trust the police dogs, because for them to stop on her scent in the middle of the road means that she was picked up. She was put into a car, picked up willingly. I mean, that's just what screams at me when you tell me that. So we got to get that out. So she's 5'1", 140 pounds. She's 14. She was having some problems mental health problems, as you were saying, and as teens we all go through that stuff, and hormones changing, etc., change of everything. What about school? How did she do at school? Is she good in school? Was her grades good, or did she struggle with that too? Or
we actually homeschool, and she had good grades. I mean, she's very smart.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. Yeah, homeschool with it. Because of COVID, or did you just take her out of there because she had problems in school?
We've just always homeschooled, and we did try to put her in regular high school this year for a couple weeks, and she was just, that's when we started kind of having some problems again, and so we just decided to take her back out.
Yeah, I don't blame you for that. I really don't. I really don't blame you for that whatsoever. So I'm these no boyfriends whatsoever that you know of.
She did have a little boyfriend that I knew about, and he's been very cooperative. I guess they had kind of gotten into it or something. I don't really know. Just typical teenage stuff, and they weren't officially boyfriend and girlfriend anymore. But I mean, he's been in contact with me almost every day. He's been trying to do the same as me. Spread the word, send out flyers.
Well, that's awesome.
And I just don't feel like, I mean, he's a good kid, So I don't think that he knows anything. I really don't.
Okay. Did she smoke at all or anything like that? Anything? Because sometimes people use drugs or just to lure kids in with stuff too. Also, I don't know the whole situation on what she was there or how. That's super personal. That's super deep. And I know we all. It depends what our environment is, but when like you said, she went to high school. There's peer pressure, people like that. I don't know. That's just.
Well, that's one of the things why we took her out. We found out, that she was vaping, and I mean, she's a kid.
Absolutely.
And
another child trying to be an adult.
Explain to her, you're a kid. You don't need to be doing these things.
Yes, I agree, Nikki.
But we also know that teenagers are easily
manipulated,
influenced,
and
manipulated, and
so that's real. That's tough. That's tough. Now, are you how's Dad dealing with it? Is he super upset? I can only imagine what he's going through. He's probably out searching right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say every day. He stays here, because we do have a baby too, and a son.
Oh wow.
13.
Oh wow.
So he does stay here as much as he can, but at the same time, he knows he can go out and post flyers. That's something that he can do.
Right.
So that's what he does every day. He, there's a different town that he goes to hand out flyers. Post in store windows.
Community search. Is there any community search teams out there, or anybody that's aiding and helping you search besides police? Because I know police don't always. They might be sitting back like, oh, she's just a runaway.
Well, people have asked if we want search parties, to come help, but I feel like the area around us has been searched so much, I just don't. I don't feel like she's around here, around my house area.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, most definitely not. Mm-mm. Not with that. What did the police say when the dogs searched and they stopped at that part of the road? What did they say to you? Did they give you their thoughts on that?
Well, at first they were like, well, it could have just been that because there's been traffic and stuff that her scent was basically just, I don't remember how they explained it, but the dog had just lost her scent there. And then they were like, well, she must have gotten a ride out somewhere.
And that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking she got that. Not only did she get a ride, but you finding that secret phone. You guys with the secret phone, were you able to do the police have that secret phone that you did find?
Yeah, they have it.
So I wonder if they're gonna be, because I feel like the answer lies there in some way. Like maybe whoever bought her that phone probably knows where she's at now. If that makes any sense to you. Like whoever got her that secret phone, I feel like whoever provided that secret phone to her knows something.
Right. I know they've been thoroughly combing all of her personal electronics, and they dumped ours so that we could have them back.
Right. Was it under what? Were they able to give you a name that phone was under?
No. they said that everything, I guess it was just like a burner phone, like it wasn't registered to anyone. You know what I mean? Like,
they should be able to
I don't
pinpoint
think,
where it was purchased. Like, Walmart has Straight Talk, you got Metro, you got all these, those, you can go buy that phone and put whatever name you want on it. But that would be, to comb where that phone was purchased from. I don't know what kind of phone it was. Was it, a cheap smartphone, or like maybe one of those free iPhones that you get from like Boost Mobile, or, stuff like that. They should be able to track that back, because from all the investigations that I've seen and following and dug into, people do get tracked like that from where they purchased it at, and who the carrier was, because you can find out all of that information just through that phone in general. I wonder if they have that and they're just not telling you.
I mean, I don't know.
Because some police got to keep their investigation close to the cuff, and they won't tell. They will not,
Right.
because they know you would probably freak out if they gave you a name on who bought it.
Oh, for sure. And I'm sure by now they figured out too that we're not the kind of parents who are just going to sit here and cry. And, I mean, we're out there getting her name out there, doing everything we can.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna talk about this a lot on my streams, and because I got tons of people that I talk to from Tennessee. I got dang near 30,000 subscribers now. I talk to people from Tennessee. I got, like I said, I know Upchurch from out there. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Ryan Upchurch.
Yeah.
He's a subscriber to my channel, and I've talked to him from time to time. I know tons of people within the Tennessee area. One of my best friends, he lives out there now, and I don't know how far away from Benton County he is, but I do have people in Tennessee, and I would say, hey, if we put up, and I can try to get as much money raised for a reward for somebody to come forward, and just, if they know where she's at, because if she could, if say she's at somebody's house hanging out, and somebody came over there, and they might just not even know that she's reported missing, and be like, dang, I was just hanging out with Aliyah. Aliyah's here. I just feel like if we get that information pushed out and with a reward on it, people see dollar signs and they jump.
It's true.
Yeah, I agree.
And like you said, I know you said you were trying to get her help, and it's hard just in general in a U.S. household right now to be striving. Not everybody has money coming in, but I know for a fact that I could raise a reward. I even got $500 to $1,000 to put up myself right now. That's not including people that will also pitch in for my community to get a reward out there, and then we can put a flyer up with the amount of, hey, any information leading to find Aliyah Whitehead. That's her last name, right? Whitehead?
Yeah.
Yeah, any information following leading to Aliyah Whitehead, this rewards right here. So I think that would help. You know what I mean? It sucks because some people don't care about things until they see a dollar sign.
But you're right. It is the reality.
It's just the reality of today, and I just want to see her be home where she needs to get home, be at in general, and then get the help that you're talking about that she needs.
Right.
And I could even get something going for that too, because I like to speak. I have a voice for people with mental health issues because I've went through it. I've lived it. I'm on disability for mental health issues myself, from PTSD, etc. So I stay home and I put all of my time into looking at missing person cases and just combing through different cases like the Idaho 4 and all that different stuff that came by, or just any cases in general. I love true crime, but I like when there's a missing person like this. I love to reach out and help families. That's just something that I like to do, and I'm always going to continue to do that. And I want to try to get Aliyah brought back home to you any way that we possibly can. You need those answers. I can only imagine how much sleep you're getting right now and what you and your husband are going through, and then you have your other kids to deal with, and every time you look at them, to where we'll figure that part out with the money, right? We'll figure that part out because I definitely want to get a reward built up so you can promote that. Hey, come in with this information leading to my daughter, and you'll get this reward.
Yeah.
If that's okay with you.
Yeah. Well, like you said, I mean, at this point, I feel like that is our next step.
Absolutely. 7 days, no leads, and you've been misled by some woman or whoever the heck it was that hit you up on Facebook and said, I have your daughter and this, and like, I mean, there really is creepy people on the internet that are psychos.
Mm-hmm.
And that is and that's scaring me the most about your daughter being missing, because to her sent to be tracked about her house to that part of the road and her be gone, that tells me that she's with somebody.
Yeah.
So anything that you need from me, or anything that you find out, or any word that you need spread, period.
If on your show, if you could just like promote my TikTok, I've been getting like a lot of more awareness through that. So if you could just share that, as many people as possible that sees her information, the better.
Yeah, I'm gonna promote. Actually, when we get off the phone, if you can send me the link to your TikTok, I'll fully promote the TikTok, the videos, everything that you have. I'll fully promote it all the way to the fullest. Any other information or anything that you want to be put out, I will put it out. It doesn't. I'm gonna be committed to pushing and trying to find out who the heck would pick her up and then hide. Like, I don't know. There's something it's definitely something. There's a red flag here. Have you now? I'm not sure. Is that her stepdad that you're with now, or?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's stepdad, and then have you heard from dad?
No, we haven't seen him in almost 14 years.
Yeah, that happens.
Since my son was born, so.
Okay, now is he? That's another interesting thing. Is he? Do you know is he alive still, or?
As far as we know, but the police have been trying to locate him for questioning. It's just they haven't been able to find him.
Most definitely. Is he a shady character, would you say?
Yeah, definitely.
And I know, when we turn into teens, we start asking questions about our parents, especially if one's gone.
Right.
So has she ever been in contact with him that you know of, on like sneaking wise, or?
Not that I know of.
Okay. Is he located? Do you know if he's in Tennessee or is he out of state?
We don't have any idea.
Right.
Honestly. I mean, like I said, it's been so long.
I got you. Just taking some notes. I just want to make sure, because, he could have popped up out of nowhere, but no, I don't think it's that. I really think it's somebody that she's being manipulated by that picked her up and is definitely influencing her decisions. That's man. All right, so I'm gonna start spreading the word. I'm gonna take the TikTok now. Which TikTok is yours? Because I seen one on your Facebook earlier. Let me see. Let me go to it here. I was just on it looking at it. Is it let me see if this is the one. You share. Okay, so maybe the Tabasu. Is that yours?
No, that's a friend of mine.
Because I seen her video.
I have a bunch of friends that are posting videos on their accounts and reposting mine.
Okay, all right, send me yours. I'm gonna look at those. I don't know how many videos you have, but I mean, I can even play them or whatever. You know what I mean? I can play them on there and put that up as a video as I explain certain things. I mean, I know you're just as puzzled as everybody else is. She just walked off and all of a sudden she's gone. So, I mean, yeah, there's red flags here. Let's get the word out. I'm going to start working on building up a reward. I got 500 or 1,000. I got $1,000 right now. I'm gonna put towards it. So that'd be 1,000 plus whatever my community decides that they want to throw in. Which I know they'll throw in 20s here, 5 here. 5. It'll build up so we can get that going. I don't know if I want to put it on the GoFundMe or how I want to do it. I'd rather that be held by you. You know what I mean? I'd rather, because if somebody reaches out to you, you'd be able to take care of that immediately. So I'm gonna start pushing on that, and then I'll keep it. I'm gonna keep in touch with you and keep finding out if anything that you've heard from police or anybody that's reached out to you. I've been checking to see, dang near what I was checking last night just to see if there was updates. So, and I'm puzzled by the way that everything is unfolded for you. Like, with really no answers and just sitting around worrying all day.
Yep.
Well, I'm gonna keep in touch with you. I appreciate you talking to me and letting me know about her. And
well, I appreciate anything you can do to help.
Yes, ma'am, absolutely. I will continue to use my platform until she is brought home. So either way, until she's brought home, I will continue to mention her story, talk about her in videos, talk about her in lives. I will continue to spread the word. I will, anything that you need from me, all you got to do is ask me, period. I don't care what it is, whether it's a video, a new tip, a new anything. You let me know and I'll put it straight out to everybody. I just wanted to talk to you first before I started pumping everything out, because I wanted it to hear exactly like the last circumstance of what happened, on, why she left, or, maybe she got in trouble and that's why she stormed out. As teenagers, that happens. We storm out when we get in trouble. So I remember all those times as a kid, and I'm hoping that that's just it, that she stormed out and that there is no foul play. But there's always predators lurking, and I tell this to my community all the time: be vigilant. Always pay attention to your surroundings, because there is somebody always out there looking to harm somebody or looking for a target. And I hope that that's not the issue here. And we're going to push until Aliyah is brought home to you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. I'll be talking to you here shortly. Thank you so much. Send me that TikTok that you want me to share, your TikTok account, and I'm going to start pushing that out right now as soon as you get it over to me. All right. Thank you for talking to me, Alicia. God bless you, your husband, your family. I hope that we get Aliyah brought home safe and sound, in home where she needs to be, and then get her some help. But we'll worry about that after. God bless you, ma'am, and I'll be talking to you soon, okay?
All right.
Thank you. Bye-bye. You guys let me know what you think down in the comments. It was a tough, I kind of went, my mind was blank during asking her questions, because I just can't even imagine what she's going through.
All right, and that is shared from T Rub's channel day before yesterday, I believe it was, and I appreciate that. Him allowing us to, Mama Bear spoke with him. He said, absolutely, go ahead and use the content to put the story out there, as we did. Very grateful for that, 100%. So, okay, thank you very much, Nikki. I appreciate that. So there it is, guys. Again, and one moment. I did say I wanted to pull this back up here real quick. Okay. Let's see here. All right, so I just wanted to look at this map again. I agree, Heather. I agree. So the northwest corner.
I can send you the individual picture if that would help.
Of what?
That map.
It doesn't matter, I don't think. I just wanted Pookie had mentioned something about this map that was interesting to her. And it was trying to see exactly where this would be.
She wants the RSO maps to go down the big pink, or
right here.
It's got a big pink circle on it. So there you go, that one.
That one there. Okay. There it is right there.
Isn't that crazy? It's less than 2 miles across.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a lot of.
And there's what, 11 RSOs in here in this area?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12 maybe? Something like that, 11 or 12.
This is insane. Yeah, this is crazy. How small the area is.
Yeah, I think it's big enough.
Right. You did great, Molly. Thank you. Right.
Oh gosh.
So were you talking in this area here? You got everything I sent you, right?
Yes.
Okay. Not yet. No, Nikki. I'm starting to think a different direction with that story, sadly. But
Unfortunately.
we're going to go back to that this week, I promise you.
Pookie said yes.
So up in this area here, okay. Is there a church over here?
Looks like it.
Right there. Okay. Plain Grass Memorial. Let's see, what is that? Route 641. Up across there. Okay. This area right in here, Molly, is the area she's talking towards the church, right over this way, Molly. If you can see where I'm circling, like. Oh man. I will hold, dear. Thank you. Okay, please hold.
Please hold.
Thank you.
Where's the elevator music, Molly?
Right. So I appreciate you guys being here to watch this today again. Share this out on all your social media platforms, please. Um, very important. And I thank was it Unique Trauma for being here as well.
Yes.
I'm very appreciative of that. Very appreciative. Ugh, sorry, guys. I'm a little bit tired today.
It's kind of one of those days. It's kind of cloudy and dreary and just.
I think I'll be napping after this. Or something like that. Ugh.
They need some undercover kids walking in that area at 9 p.m. That would be interesting, but cops.
Be a good idea.
Yeah.
We're just short cops. Absolutely, Bonnie. Thank you for being here. Yeah. Yeah, very much so, Linda, but we got to put these out, that's for sure.
Yep.
And just cross your fingers and pray and hope. Ugh, Lord. I just can't get past this whole how many RSOs there are just in this area here.
Yeah, that popped up and I was like, oh,
yeah,
I don't like that.
No. Right. Short cops. Let's put some little cops out there.
Tiny cops. I don't know. Some of these 20-year-olds look like they're 15 anyway, to me nowadays, so probably wouldn't be hard to do.
Not at all.
I'm like, you're what? You're how old? No. Yeah, they've had drones out there, I believe, Linda.
Yeah, I think they started doing. Didn't they start doing water search now?
Mm-hmm. I know they did yesterday.
Right.
They did some water search. In one interview I saw, I think they've actually searched the water 3 different times. But
right.
I agree, Pookie. I think that'd be a great idea. I don't know if Unique's still on here and if
Yeah, it would be a good idea.
If that's something she could suggest.
Be a very good idea. Good decoy.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome, hon.
That wouldn't be hard to do these days, Pookie.
Yeah.
But all right, guys. Well, I think that's pretty much all we can do for today.
Yeah.
Again, guys, after the fact, share this, reshare this throughout the day if you can. Very much so, and very appreciated. What is my deal? Lord.
I told you it's just the day.
Never yawn. But thank you guys for being here to support this and the channel 100%. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Moderators, as always, I appreciate you as well. Mama Bear, thank you so much for joining me today up here.
Of course.
And again, guys, later on, if you get a chance, you look at it, reshare it again. Just same with Scotty's stuff from yesterday. If you could please, until we can get something from it.
Absolutely. If there's any updates, Linda, we will let you guys know as soon as possible.
Oh, absolutely.
And,
I do have a doctor's appointment in the morning, and then yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now.
Okay, sorry.
No, it's okay.
She's like, siren, 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 email, don't go yet.
5-mile circle from home. There's the church right there.
All right, Pookie, here's your map. Where are we looking? David's sleepy. Oh my goodness. So there's a Pleasant Hill Church, I see. And there's a Prospect Baptist Church.
A lot of churches.
Yeah.
Shady
All those
Grove.
yellow circles are churches.
Right. It is the South. There's a lot of churches down that way.
Yeah.
But again, as you guys can see, this is all rural. All 641 runs all the way up through the middle of this, and it's all rural area.
Yeah.
What do we got? A Walmart down here.
Pookie, are we in the right area, hun?
I think she blew this up. So this is the area right here that Pookie was looking at on the other map. We're talking about. So right in this area here.
Where in that map is the junkyard no longer used?
Yep, she said right here. Where in that map is the junkyard no longer used? Oh no. If it's no longer used, it might not even show it, Pookie. Lusk trailer sales.
She said, I have it. Hold on.
Please hold.
Please hold.
Did you find that moment? Wednesday. Local people would know. Older people, right?
Hey, Mike.
What's up, big guy? Thanks for joining us. You caught me just in time.
Yep.
Just so you guys know, I have a doctor's appointment in the morning, typically before I would be live anyway. And then I have court. I have to leave here at noon, 12:30, so I may not be on in the morning tomorrow. But again, Just to reiterate, we were talking. I was talking with Mama Bear. I may be changing our times around a bit. What's up, Booney?
Hey, Miss Boone. Oh, can someone, and I didn't think to look, anybody that's in the chat or whatever, look and see if the comment section is working on the YouTube page. I just had it up. I don't know why I didn't look before I closed it.
Yeah, I'm okay, or Pookie. Why are you asking? Just the doctor thing is, this is just a regular thing I have to do. I go once a month.
I'll be right back.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for listening, Boone. I appreciate you. No, definitely not the circus. It's all good, though. Oh, I'm just tired, Brandy. Just tired. I was up and down last night. And then this morning, like I said, Mrs. Dago was sick. So, yes, I agree so very much, Pookie. Right. Yeah, exactly, Mike. Well, like I said, when Mama Bear comes back, I'm probably going to end this for today. I probably won't see you guys in the morning or until probably till tomorrow night for tomorrow night's episode, which is the true story behind the movie Monster. Just because I have so many things overlapping tomorrow morning. But after that, what is Friday, I'll be back to normal. So yeah, no worries. I really do. I think that's going to have to do it for today. Let's see anything here. I'm going to try to look up what you were talking about, Poopy. Nice. Pookie, and see if I can find that just by generally looking it up for that area. See what I come up with.
Yeah. Text him or email him. You're not in Discord, right, Pookie?
Oh, yeah, she is.
Is she? Okay.
Yeah. And I will
figure it out offline.
Right, either way. But once again, okay, fine. Oh, I forgot Molly was looking for something again. Yes, that's fine. Sorry, Molly. She's always digging for something. But anyway, sorry, hon. Again, guys, thanks so much for. Okay. Thank you so much for being here, for supporting the channel and what we're looking at today for specifically, and as for yesterday as well, guys. Again, share this out throughout all your social media accounts. Very much appreciated, guys. Please, please, please. Have a Thank you, Mama Bear, for joining me today. I appreciate you so very much, and I hope you have a great day. I will talk to you all so very soon.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.